bitch, I wanna party like Prince calling.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. In the last one, we read some poems and we started to make another poem. Obviously they're directed towards Sayori since, well, things happen. But yeah, let's see what happens in this one. Let's get right on into it. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I'm getting a little more comfortable over... I can't read. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the scene greets me. Hi, Kat! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I know it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair! How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves that one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't know she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Kat to let me borrow some money! Don't give me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. You were right, though. I did something bad and I have to accept the revolution. Yes, I have to accept the war. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Oh! What was... A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks so good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you share this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful Sayori trots away. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monika's in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyway? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't too worried or anything. Eh? Monika chose the club after her boyfriend after all! You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware that you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. It's kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! It sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I will let you down, Kat. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave Sayori's mischief escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I want to get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival's coming up. Me and Monika were going to make some posters and stuff. So I need to get some crayons, markers, and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monika, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Kat to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with her. Oh, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. Oh, it was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Kat? Yeah, let's go. Sayori and I exit the classroom. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are you doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make it an event out of literature. Me and Monika have it all planned out. Don't you worry. We're gonna do a poetry performance. Everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Kat, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. Just think about, it's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you see the lines of poem like, between my feet. Last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. To what ends have I summoned this joy? From now I look in every direction, and the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that! Yuri, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Eh? You meanie! I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. I just mean it was pretty unordinary to contrast to your cute self. Don't say that. It's embarrassing. I guess it means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. This fest is going to be so much fun. Joey spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Cat, this costume over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happiness vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going on an adventure with Sayori brings a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. Let's see what we have here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too. They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted when we need to find two. Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack. Yeah! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right onto the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons fall all over her lap. Ow! You okay? My forehead! Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori's sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts! Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hand from her forehead. Gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark in the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Cat, where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even once from the pain series makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I look at the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than a drink. She has one palm on her forehead and she's using the other hand to clumsily scoop out the box of crayons in the box. At least they were in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sorry, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your head, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori pastes the bottle against the bump of her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Cat! This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Eh? What do you mean? You know, how we used to play outside all the time? I'd always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing onto the things you did. But sometimes I tried to do things I couldn't. I'd get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I'd start crying really hard. And you'd rush over as quick as you could. And you would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were and afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't all your fault, you know? I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking of other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I was just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even knew it, I'm treating you like that. Sayori hops to her feet. She pushes her forward again. Don't stand up so fast or you're hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. You're back. Good timing. I was just getting ready to start with sharing our poems. Eh? Sayori, your forehead. She's fine. Don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead on the shelf. Were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Eh? She finally gets around herself. I forgot all this stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. Found the poster paper too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Cat. Well, Sayori... I had to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it into an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. To make sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Cat, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything, but your poems are so good. Yesterday and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Eh? No way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much he likes things. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess to be honest about it, it's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Eh? Well, stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. Pat Sayori's head. Hey! I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Cat. Will you give me your poem? I kinda want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because! Well, it's the first time you've written something for me. So I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot all about that. But it's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the little cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams, like balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger to pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And now I put in the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave. Discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. And they come such a hurry. Do you want my bottles that much? I frequently pull them one by one off the shelf, one after another, pulling them out for each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards over the floor. They were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this from you. Monika taught me a whole lot. I've been really touched with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Writing is like magic. Sound pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing is the best. I'm gonna keep up writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always been a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it in a matter of a week. Wonder if this will be one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be so pessimistic. Hi again, Kat. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe you'll soon come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. It's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. It's not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. It's just I'm still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. They're playing a chalkboard on a turntable. They play a vinyl on the pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? What does it mean by load me? Guess it's just the way you write. I write. I'm sorry if you didn't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of your poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really sure makes it feel like there's trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's so hard for me to tell what this is about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem's about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know what might change your mind. Or something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. I like your last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat. That may be true, but I wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning than just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple and cute. To the point, Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Making readers look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion. But my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I hear about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She always talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's when I'm friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in the poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with even simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone who agrees with the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. About how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be anything. I wrote to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of. If people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares about what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing useless unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want people to think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, too, so look forward to it. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid of doing a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain at like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things that you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course! Is it the poem you read for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me your poem. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing a bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. The other raccoon a piece of my bread, and my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread my honey curiosity, raccoon an urge. The moon incriminates its phase and reflects that much more light off of cutting the knife. The very same light that glistens into the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, and perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions into the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Yuri cuts herself! That's nice. It was a little more daring than the ones yesterday's. I could see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what this is supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's the sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I can sometimes enjoy writing about them. That's funny. Did Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for strange interests? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, did you really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would usually make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose it's my fault for judging it, isn't it? Haha, please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit by now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone would come and sit in the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with the last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I have designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each one of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting in all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I can never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room full of people. I guess it's kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But, I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put out a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And more people who will perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's all about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And all those reasons why we're in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all takes into standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get it over with. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's magnificent sigh. Guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice writing them in front of each other. No way! Monika! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? No. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips to a notebook to speak of what she had in mind for herself. Then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to imply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is it simply natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. This poem is called Your Anxious Girl Deciduous. You can do it, Yuri. It's called An Aftermage of Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she was practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quiet, quivering words turn into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in the structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse of the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri, and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone cheers me afterwards and give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we are so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds a poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sayori begins her poem. Yuri finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Kat liked it. Yes, that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Don't make me go before Kat. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Kat lower everyone's standards a bit before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and sit in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me and make me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive an applause anyway. So I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more the lack of confidence in your writing. It's something that will improve on over time. Yeah, maybe. Alrighty then. That leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to behind the podium. This poem is called... Why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her star edge disappears a little. Though she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, giving it life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Oh, well. Do you at least feel prepared to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I could put on whatever face I want to other people. But it's when it's just my friends. It's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. That can be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what you like now. Make sure you pick a poem that's enough practice before the festival. I'm making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez, we'll probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort in for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, so let's try to write poems for the festival tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue. As for the festival, we'll finish planning for tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait! Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! And look at you two, always going home together like that. Kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make it such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Kat. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. Walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today's Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Yuri. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see you in club every day. Besides, you guys seem really to like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Kat. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to, so... Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time. Okay guys, I think I'm going to save it here for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you in the next one.